Leo, I mean, I don't want to take any credit away from you because Stuart Langer has got so much before, but Jack's going to get a fair bit of credit for this because it seemed like there was a huge buy-in from not just the team but also the crowd. They really understood the importance of the defensive sets today. Did it feel like that was maybe a statement in a statement win today?
And Andrew Goodman's been outstanding as well. So, Jacques arrived for round 7 of the URC. We played Connacht away. Goody, in the box, he was pretty distraught at the end of last season, losing the final, obviously the semi-final against Munster the week prior to that as well. Where we tried to, back the whole squad and. Obviously didn't come off. Ultimately, obviously, I would take responsibility for that. Robin, similar, has been through those couple of finals. Sean O'Brien is developing as a coach all the time. Emmett Farrell, Jack has added hugely in terms of the group and continued on the work that obviously other coaches have delivered over the last number of seasons. So, the guys are buying into what he's doing and. He's a great presence, brings a lot of experience because he's played in these big games. Obviously at World Cup, which is probably the highest pressure really of the game, isn't it? So knockout rugby, quarterfinals, semi-final, finals, and thankfully it wasn't a one-score game today, so it was a bit more relaxing for the last 5 minutes at the end there, which is credit to everyone, all the work that's gone in. So, but Jacques, it's been a pleasure to have him on board. And he works unbelievably hard in terms of the detail he brings to the team from a defensive point of view and lots of other aspects of the game as well in terms of mindset going into the game. So he's been a fantastic addition, huge credit to everyone I suppose in the club that allows us to bring him here in the first place as well. So he's been a breath of fresh air.
And did you sense a buy-in from the crowd as well?
Definitely, yeah. Listen, they get excited by guys coming in with big hits, and which is good. Yeah, Tig sort of at the outset the tone. Tig Furlong in terms of picking up Skelton and driving him back, putting on a big hit then shortly after that as well. So, and he talked well this week. Tig, showed great leadership, and it's one thing about doing it off the field, but doing it on the field is the really important piece. So that was a big moment early in the game.
Leo, it's a plus for you to be able to park Champions Cup now for a couple of weeks, given the focus on this week, the high that you have to get to emotionally and physically?
Possibly, yeah. Definitely, I think you just got to decompress after some of these games, and it's not just this week; it was obviously last week as well. So Leicester, bloody tough nut to crack. You see it how the teams are trying to manage this emotional piece, with a whatever it is called a 7-day turnaround. Generally, for most teams, there's the different factors of travel and all the rest, and throw it all into the mix, but there's the physical toll of the games. How you manage that is important. So there's definitely this decompress, come down. Okay, it's trying to not overly hype up the following week probably. So it'll be interesting seeing how obviously the teams that have played now in the quarterfinals, how they all go next week, what they do with different selections, winning and losing. The losing, is pretty hard to take as well. So how do you decompress from that and go again? Obviously, we've found that at different stages when we've lost finals, and how do you turn that around again? Winning and losing, similarly, you're dealing with that challenge that it does to people's minds. So trying to stay somewhat level-headed, but for our guys at the moment, just try to enjoy the moment and the whole group together. That's the wider staff, just to enjoy the moment for what it is, and we'll get on the plane, as I said, on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll have a group that's motivated to go and do a job down in South Africa against the Lions. It'll be interesting to see some of the teams, how they go over the next couple of weeks, because it's physical toll. John Dobson's comments were interesting last week. He said, I was glad we didn't win the game because we were struggling to get a team on a plane because of the physical toll that they took. But obviously they were flying into this La Rochelle team, so you're sort of, how much of a physical toll is that? And you're seeing some of the strapping on some of those guys from La Rochelle there today. But again, we had the similar, we've a big physical game as well ourselves, and Yeah, I know that's even obviously Hugo pulled out before the game, but there's a part like that's who made the call this morning. I wanted to see how Hugo woke up this morning. Really, like, what do you like? Just be honest with us. And so Kieran's ready to go. Like, because again, you just need the guys that are fit and able and ready to go. But that comes into how they attack the training week, and you sort of get a bit of a sense from that sometimes anyway from training. But making sure guys are able to train properly and get prepared properly for these games, like there's you need to be full on ready, fit mentally and physically.
Can I ask, just play devil's advocate with the Croke Park game? Obviously, huge attention is going to be in that. Do you lose something leaving here for the semi-final, given your familiarity with this? As well?
I think it's over to the Leinster fans really now at this point, isn't it? Because we've had amazing support today, amazing support last week, but if you get a big crowd there, it's a great thing, isn't it? Like, it's a special occasion. Hopefully EPCR priced the tickets appropriately for an 82,000 venue, because you want a big crowd, don't you? Because obviously it's an EPCR event, it's not a Leinster event. That's the big thing you'd ask. Because you want a proper crowd there, you want to entice people to be there to make the occasion special, and rather rip people off. You don't want to rip people off. So hopefully it's a proper game now. As in proper crowd, like as in we get a big crowd, because you turn up there and there's whatever 20,000 people. 20,000 people is a lot of people, but if it's in an 82,000 seater or if it's in a capacity stadium, like then it's a different sort of kettle of fish, isn't it?
Have you been back to Croker since you played there?
Have I?
Yeah.
As a supporter, yeah, loads, yeah.
Yeah, loads.
Yeah, go regularly, yeah.
Leo, it's probably fair to say that there was a fair degree of hurt when that performance today, a year's hurt or 11 months hurt, and that the Leinster crowd, the fan base, was very much motivated to buy out the Leaving Stadium 51,000 in just a week. I don't know if there's any other matchup in Europe that could have sold 51,000 in a week than a rematch the last two finals.
Yes, I said, we're unbelievably appreciative of that, like, fact, yeah.
But is there a danger that, a risk that you as a team and your fan base won't reach those high levels again, given there won't be the same element of revenge in 3 weeks' time or whatever else? That I wouldn't say you had to say much to send your team out the door today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like it's not a revenge. Like it's like it's the disappointment of losing in a final. Like sort of the opposition is a bit irrelevant. Like I know everyone likes to make a lot of that part of it, but like it wouldn't really matter, would it? Like as in you lost in the final of the Champions Cup, which the players are desperate to be successful in this tournament. And like as in some guys, yes, they have managed to win this competition, whereas other guys haven't. Like as in and they're desperate to do so. So I don't think it would really matter who the opponent was, would it? So it's as I said, like Rochelle, great team. They've been phenomenal because they've won this competition a couple of times. They've been battled right to the very end of top 14 as well. Toulouse are sitting there. They obviously have lost a couple of games over here. You could see their intent. During the pool stages of making sure that they got maximum points. So why do they want to do that? Because they want to make sure that they're at home for all the run into the final, I presume. But they look like a team that were on a mission in particular. We'll see obviously how they go. Exeter again, huge experience in this competition as well. So obviously England or Harlequins have won in France today, which is great for them. And the English Premiership, you can see how competitive it is this year. With obviously the sadness of teams going bust, but what's it done? It's thrown a lot of talent into some other teams then as well. That picked up 5, 6, 7 players. So they all have stronger squads this year. You can see with the English teams, so they're able to manage things across the course of the year because they've a hell of a lot of bloody players in England. Funny enough, so that sort of the sadness of, as I said, teams going bust has strengthened the teams that are left in the competition. So, but yeah, no, great challenge regardless. So,
can you help us analyse? That's what I want to talk about. Ross Byrne. Ross Byrne did not look like Johnny Sexton today. He looked completely different. He looked like he was in control. Have you changed the style in there with Robbie Henshaw wider and Jamie Osmond inside? Like, could you just try and tell us? Don't tell us that he's phlegmatic or he's calm, he's cool. What did Ross actually bring today? I mean, he's man of the match, he's in control.
But he's the one who was just another one who's come through experience-wise. It was his birthday during the week, so like he's huge experience built up over the last number of years, and it's great to see him deliver on a big occasion like he has done in so many times for Leinster in terms of big occasions. So he's played in semi-finals and finals, and you won some, lost others, and that's just the development of any player. You got to go through it. So he's been brilliant for the group, led the week well, and no, he's been excellent. So delighted to see him get that accolade today.
Still getting the ball fast out from first phase. Is that it?
That's the players are working all the time. So Andrew Woodman, as I said, he's been excellent, and great to see Ross go well today.